So is this guy seriously anyone's favourite Beast Wars figure? The Rat? Even if you were saying yes, you're wrong, and I don't believe you. He was annoying, sarcastic, and a bit of a jerk. But Rattrap was certainly memorable, especially in the cartoons, and this figure was kind of everywhere. I remember it as a kid going into the toy shop, and there was always a whole bunch of Rattraps available, and I got to relive that experience as an adult all over again with the Beast Wars reissues. This guy was packing the Big W store shelves, and they came out at $44, which seemed a little bit pricey to me, especially for like a basic figure. So I picked up one Rattrap when the price was reduced to $33, and then picked up a second one when it was reduced to $13. So they did have a bit of trouble shifting these guys, but I am really glad I got to pick it up at a better price to check out right here.
The Beast Wars line has been catching my eye ever since, well, I guess I was a kid. I absolutely love the packaging. As much as I loved the original Transformers as a kid, it was hard to ignore these amazing looking figures packaged in bright, bold colours, coming in these organic shapes. I didn't really want 2 different kinds of trucks and 5 different types of cars to transform, but each Beast Wars figure, for the most part at least, and I'm looking at you, Crocodile, Megatron and Iguanus, at least felt really unique. Also, talking about the packaging and how amazing it is, Rattrap here is a great example of the original Rocky blister bubble that the first wave of Beast Wars figures in 1996 arrived in. These cool textured bubbles would eventually get swapped out for just plain regular smooth ones. On the back of the card, we get his tech specs and a little bit of a bio of a Rattrap. Scouring city streets for Predacon enemies, Rattrap maintains his strength by feeding on grunge and grime and any wretched refuse he may encounter along the way. So let's start by checking this guy out in rat form. We get, well, I guess it's a rat. Good at sneaking around, covert missions, not a whole lot of articulation except in the ankles and the tail. So, yeah, stiff rat. Interesting fact though, the original molds weren't available for Rattrap when they went to recast him for these reissues. So what we've got here, even though it looks nearly identical, is a new mold based off the original. Compared to the original figure, we have some better detailing with the fur, your typical paint changes that we see in a lot, or well, every one of these Beast War reissues. So they've made the eyes dark and the teeth a little bit more dull. I think the rat looks good, but its transformation is the real feature. The basic figures in the Beast Wars line had an instant transformation feature. So, by raising the tail, Rattrap snaps into robot mode with his 2 blasters wedged in each half of his rat body. The instant transformation is kind of cool to see, but after doing it 1 or 2 times, it kind of takes away the whole reason you'd get a Transformer really, which is to transform it. I especially enjoy just having them on my office desk to fiddle with and muck around with while I'm waiting for things to happen on a computer. So I do enjoy the transformation process. So in robot mode, we get way more articulation. There are ball joints everywhere, giving Rattrap plenty of flexibility to squeeze into those tight spaces. Not so much flexibility to stand really well. So robot mode matches what the Beast Wars cartoon series were doing, except for the oversized dissected rat hanging off his back.
Rattrap maximize!
But compared to some of the other figures, his robot mode is really accurate and it translates really well. Each half of his blaster is neatly tucked into the sides of the rat body, and they combine to form his weapon. So one of the things Beast Wars did that the previous Transformer figures didn't really do is that all the weapons and all the ammunition could actually be stored on the figure. And Rattrap's a great example of this, where his blaster tucks into his shell and they've broken it down so that, yeah, you don't have the loose pieces and the loose accessories. Everything, you know, comes together in a nice little bundle, and it's easy to look after and not lose your bits. And talking about the cartoon, I did mention that Rattrap was annoying. That's like one of his character features.
Dinobot, maximize!
Keep them away from the crystal!
Oh yeah, sure, give us the dirty work.
He wasn't cool, he wasn't brave like the other Maximals, he was a bit of a coward. And though he did have some good moments, especially a bit later in the cartoon where he really had to prove himself, you know, he was, for the most part, cracking jokes and trying to avoid Predacons whenever he could. So yeah, there we have it, Rattrap. I am glad he got a spot in the reissues. As annoying as he is, he's an iconic character, and seeing him all done up, as in, you know, as close to the original packaging as possible, is really cool. And this is a figure that I had as a kid, and I think all my friends did as well. Rattrap was just one of those figures that seemed to be everywhere. So be sure to check out the other Beast Wars reviews right here on the channel. If you're after some more images of this figure or any of the others in particular, you can check out the Leftover Culture Review website, or I'll pop a link down below as well. And if you are after a action figure review of another Rat toy, I've actually got the Mighty Max Traps Rattus Doom Zone playset review right here on the channel as well. That's a really cool playset set in a sewer, you know, in the shape of a big rat head. So definitely worth checking out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Cheers, guys, and I'll catch you next time for some more really awesome Beast Wars action figure reviews.